Everybody, what's going down, y'all? All right, we're gonna get our morning mobility on today, y'all. So Tessa's gonna be jumping in. You're gonna see her down here with me. We're gonna be going over some deals as far as products I'm gonna be going over that apply a lot of it to mobility and recovery. Also, I'm just going live here on Amazon, so we're gonna get another cheers. Cheers, cheers to the Amazon peeps. So we're going to be going over some mobility today. I'm actually going to be demonstrating some recovery mobility products as well as just ways and modalities I like to use them. We're going to start with the vibrating foam roller because, truthfully, I need to just have a little bit more time with that, especially because tonight is going to be jiu-jitsu. Shout out to Row Combat Club. So I want to make sure my body's feeling right. So I'll start with that, and we'll kind of keep the ball rolling. Again, the theme today is very much around mobility. Mobility is one that, depending on what your goals are, may not be something that you're actively, working into your program. And that is something that I think is like low-hanging fruit that we can really just leverage to increase results. And I'll talk about that as well. So I'm just going to kind of get us set up here, pull up all my chat windows, all that kind of fun stuff. So if you guys are watching on any other platform besides Amazon, feel free to hit that chat. But also you can jump on over. I put a link in the description that you guys can use to jump onto the Amazon. I'm also going to get set up here on TikTok as well. We're going to get all the different platforms going, all the different fun stuff. And yeah, if you guys have questions, let me know. Let me pull up the chat here as well. Also, we're going to be doing a duck race. So if you guys want to get in on a duck race and have a chance, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Why do kids love putting things around their neck? It's just like, that's waiting to happen, y'all. Tesla's hype. All right, so we're going to get this set up for TikTok. I'm going to get on the foam roller. Come on down to the ground with me, and we're going to get our active recovery. So there's really two ways or two categories I kind of put the foam rolling activity in as far as a warm-up and then a cool-down. So those two kind of categories is very similar to like how I approach dynamic stretching or static stretching. And I usually break it down in 15 to 30 second blocks. So usually it's going to be 15 to 30 seconds, not very much more than that, depending on what the movement is. And with that being said, I'll kind of break down how that category is utilized for each. So with that 15 to 30 second block, for the warm-up, especially like dynamic stretching, and even the foam rolling, I put them kind of in the same category. I will go through a section of my body. So I'm going to turn the foam roller on. The really cool thing about this Next Rhino vibrating foam roller is it has 3 different settings that you can turn it on to. And the best part is if you don't want to use the vibrating feature of it, you don't need to. So I'm going to start with a 1. Nothing crazy here. And I'm literally just going to go through this as if I was kind of warm up for, jiu-jitsu or class or anything like that. So I'm just going to kind of warm up for the day. So I'm going to take pretty much the lower portion of my back. So I break it up into chunks. So I'll take the lower third, then we'll go the middle third and the upper third. I'll break that up, and then 15 to 30 seconds, I'll set a timer here on my Dorillo smartwatch, and we'll kind of go through this. So bingo, perfect. While I'm doing this, I'm also going to drop some messages in the chat, and Tessa is going to go buck wild and get hyped about it, right, Tessa? Tessa, you excited? Well, let me take this thing out of the mouth. It's just going to be easier that way. All right, so we're working through. Again, I'm spending about 15 to 30 seconds here. It's been about that 15, 30 second mark. So now I'm going to move up to the middle third of my back. And again, because I'm doing this in a warm-up sense, I'm actually actively rolling through range of motion. So what I mean by that is I'm not staying in place and just staying static here. I'm actually moving through this kind of area. Now, if it were post-workout, if it was something I just finished up an activity, I'll show you guys a little bit of an example. I would literally just sit in this one position and then hold it for 30 seconds. And then after that 30 seconds, I would inch it up to the next segment of whatever muscle group I'm working on. Now, the cool added benefit that I like about the vibrating components is it's just going to help facilitate a little bit more blood flow into that area, which is kind of a cool added bonus. And you might be asking, why is that even helpful? So now we got the next timer, we got the next 30 segment chunk, we're going to go to the upper third portion of the back. What I like to do when I start to get to Tessa, get away from there, girl. Tessa's climbing up on the benches. She's going crazy. She's like, Dad's on a stream. I can just do what I want. So what I like to do is reach my arms up towards the ceiling. It's going to expose some of those muscles around the scapula, around your shoulder blade, and then you'll be able to get, you might even have it especially between your shoulder blade and your vertebrae or your spine. It tends to be kind of like a sore area for a lot of people, so it's a nice opportunity to kind of rock side to side, expose some of that muscle tissue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this off here for a second, so now you guys can kind of see that, and I'm going to dig into another kind of recovery mobility piece, but I'm also going to get Tessa off of here, because this girl's just acting crazy. Yeah, you can crazy, girl. Crazy. So if you guys also want, I'm going to be doing the duck race. We'll do it about halfway into the stream, so I'll do it. It is about 9:05 my time, so 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. We'll do a duck race. Start the duck race. If you guys want in on the duck race, you just have to comment duck in the chat. If you guys are watching this on any other social media platform besides Amazon, you're going to want to hop over to the Coach Mike, this live stream, and then just comment duck over here, because that's just the rules, y'all. If you have any questions, you have any issues, let me know in the chat, anywhere else you're streaming it from. I'm happy to help facilitate that. So what we're going to do now is actually, I didn't even unbox a few of these. So I'm really excited. I wanted to save that to do it with you guys live. But before I get into the next product, we're going to look at the Vibe massage gun. So I've gone over different massage guns before. I've done over different foam rollers before, different products. So I like to cross-compare them. And what I'm going to do before I get into that, I'm just going to drop some more information on the duck race and on just the streams in general. So if you guys have questions, things like that, you'll kind of know what's up. Boom. Drop that. Bam. So then, again, everyone that participates in the duck race, you guys are going to get 7-day access to our fitness and nutrition vault and our 28-day nutrition course if you guys want it. And then I always like to drop these messages just for like overall helpfulness. If you have any questions, not just on the products I'm talking about, the theme, but anything that relates to a lifestyle of fitness, I'm always happy to like dig into that kind of fun stuff. And I realized I left my coffee over here, so we're going to move that so Tessa doesn't get into the coffee. But with that being said, or if you just want to say hey, you want to drop in, say hey to Tessa. Tessa like saying hey, right, girl? Right now she's drinking some seltzer with some ice. She's jacking my drink, y'all. And that's honestly another component to mobility and just recovery in general is hydration. So that's actually something I realized I didn't put in here, but I'm actually going to drop into the product list is the Yeti container that I have that I like to use. It's a 30 ounce. They have a variety of different ounce containers. And you can use whatever container you like. I just like Yeti because then I can put my coffee in there, but I also like to put just like ice and water or seltzer and then be able to bring it to the gym. And then this is what my wife gets on me the most. She's like, Mike, listen, put a lid on that thing so you don't spill it everywhere. But actually, this one I have here is going to be the 20. So we'll just add that bad boy in here. And just so you guys, I'll highlight that since I'm talking about hydration, that one can be a helpful component. And again, if you guys are like, Mike, what are you talking about? I don't see any products or I don't see like the link or this information. All the links and the details on the products I'm talking about that I'm showing you guys is going to be on Amazon. So if you guys aren't watching this on Amazon, you're not going to get the full experience. And with that being said, we're going to jump on TikTok now. We're going to bounce all around. But so just so you guys can kind of see, again, the 20 ounce. I don't have the lid on it, but being able to have just a go-to water bottle. I also have a gallon one as well. That one I should probably add here. You know what? I'll add it on the next stream. But it's very important and I think very helpful to be able to have those kind of go-to containers, even just for when it comes to meal prep. This is something I can do. I can do just the stream. And this is what we're going to have on the Lifestyle of Fitness channel. So if you guys also want to see more content with not only me, but our coaches, our team, go over to the link tree here or go over to the description if you're watching this on other platforms and follow the LOF Amazon storefront because we're going to have other coaches coming on every week along with myself to break down things like meal prep, tools that could be helpful, products that can be helpful for your meal prep. Just like today, we're going over mobility. So I'm going to bring it back to the Vibe massage gun. We're going to open this bad boy up together. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn on the, oh, and there goes, Tessa spilled it. Every time, bro, like every day. Every day, Tessa. It doesn't even it's just a matter of the countdown before she's going to spill. How do you do that? Every day. And then she's like, what? What happened? All right, y'all, so I got to get a towel, clean this up. No surprise. I will be back. Like you're messing with me, Tessa. You're like, how can I mess with Dad today? You messing with me? You playing a prank? You pranking me? All right, y'all. So we're gonna get this camera locked back onto me. There we go. Tessa's playing with the foam out. No, girl. No, now you can't have any drinks because I knew like every day she's been on a streak, y'all. All right, so let me get us set up on TikTok. Then we're gonna get on into opening up the Vibe massage gun. Oh, y'all. Sometimes if you guys are parents out there, let me know in the chat whether you're watching this on another social media platform here on Amazon. Just let me know. I gotta like talk to some parents out there. And how do you guys stay calm and cool? Moments where you're like, dude, come on. You know. All right, we're gonna get morning mobility. And again, if you guys have questions, let me know. Or if you're like, hey, Mike, I want to see you go over this product next, let me know. I'll break the order for you guys if that's something you want to see. All right, bam, we got that. Let's get this bad boy set up. And we got to get our cheers to the TikTok fam. So let's get into our Vibe massage gun. The moment you guys have all been waiting for. So for everyone watching on TikTok, I kind of covered my bases here with everyone else on the streams, but since I'm just going live on TikTok, if you guys want to see more details on the products that I'm talking about, feel free to go to my bio. I have a link in my bio for my link tree. Go to the Coach Mike Amazon storefront. That's the live stream channel that I'm streaming to you guys from right now on Amazon, so you can see all the details on these products there. And also, very transparently, I do make a commission on these products. So, fun fact, and yeah. All right. So, as you can tell, I literally like just unboxed it. I didn't even open up anything, so we're going to just experience this together. Do not return to store. For immediate replacement of your Vibe replacement parts or full refund, please email. So, fun fact. Once you open this up, it looks like it's going to mess with your return options. Not Tessa. I know, you see the camera. Tessa sees the camera. She's like, oh, I want to go over there. This OBS. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Tessa. Over here. All right, so, Tessa, can you help me throw this out? You want to throw that out for me? Thank you, girl. All right, so I'm just going to get a knife. I'm not even going to try and mess around with using my hand on this one. This is the best. At least she's helping out after she cleans up, or after she makes a mesh, at least she's going to help clean it up. I'll give her props on that. Yeah, I kind of got like a little lockbox set up for the knives here, because, dude, kids, man, they'll find a way to get into anything, right? So I don't even want to just mess around with that. So I'm curious, do you guys right now, anybody that's watching, let me know in the chat on any one of the platforms, do you guys already have a mobility routine? Are you working mobility into your fitness routine? Because that's something I think is, again, a low priority for a lot of people. And it really, for everyone, not just an athlete. I feel like sometimes you're like, oh, well, like, I'm not an athlete. I'm not someone that needs to perform with my body, and my career's on the line per se. Like, and even if it is, like, I feel like athletes will have it, but even like some of the best fighters that I've worked with, I'm surprised at how little they focus on mobility, or even just some of the best athletes. Like, if it's not structured into a program and into a plan, they're not doing it. All right, so this is a pretty cool like box that it comes with. Just fresh out the box now. Let's open this bad boy. It comes up zippered. And oh, Ashley just got home, by the way. How's dropping off Lena? I'm gonna stream for like an hour. Tessa's just throwing something out for me. Can you like bring her back? Ashley just doesn't answer. That's cool. So it comes with a cool like instruction manual right here. Oh, hi Tessa. There she is. Tessa, come hang out. Yeah. All right, so we got a little bit. Let's see what it says. Oh. Just want to take a moment to thank you for picking up the Vibe. So that's a cool little letter you got, a little thank you. Bam. And you got your little instruction manual here. Definitely going to save that, even though I never really read them. And then we're going to go through. We have our charging station. We have our plug. Ah, see? That's why I don't lock it. I need to lock it. So you can hang out here if you want. So let's pull this out. I'm curious to see from a size comparison. I was actually, to be honest with you guys, I was expecting this. Oh, hey, what's up, Tanya? Thanks for dropping by, saying, hey, homie. Bringing down some new stuff today, Tanya. It's kind of fun. So I was expecting this actually to be a little bit like bigger and bulkier. But this is kind of nice. A little bit smaller than I was expecting. So like just from like a reference standpoint, just a little bit bigger than my hand. Now, the cool thing is the swappable head. The massage head, so you can go from a smaller size to a bigger size. Always fun. You're just going to screw this bad boy off. So that's first and foremost. I figured I'll just give you guys that little bit of a demonstration. Bam. And honestly, like, I didn't, as you can tell, I didn't read this. It just seemed like pretty intuitive the way it was kind of set up. Looking inside here, I'm like, oh, those are screws. So it's going to screw on and off. So I'm actually going to swap it out with the bigger one first, just to see how it feels. And then we'll try the big one. I mean, the small one. Ooh, let's see what we got here. We got another one, actually. So there's 3 heads. I thought there was 2. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this is, all right, I lied. We're going right to the cone-shaped one. Because I got to be honest with you guys, like, I've worked enough in like soft tissue space before, like with like whether foam rolling or massage guns, things like that. Like, I immediately go for the smallest surface area point to get as much pressure and dig into the tissue as much as possible. So now, here's the true test. This is what I always like to see from a product. Does it come, because obviously it has a battery pack, right? Let's see how this battery pack goes in. Boom. All right, so it's going to go right in like that. Now, here's the test. Does it come charged and ready to go? It does. Look at that. Whoa, that was on 6. Let's type that down. I gotta be honest, that was pretty intense. I was kind of surprised how high volume and power that was. So kudos to, again, this is the Vibe massage gun. So I'm gonna kind of just run you guys through a bit of a protocol I like to use for when I'm using any massage gun. But we'll try this one out. So I'm gonna put that down for a second. We're gonna say hey in the chat. Hey, Tanya. Also, if you guys want to get in on a duck race, we're going to be doing a duck race at 9:30, so in about 15 minutes. So if you guys want to join in on the fun, whether you're here on Amazon, on TikTok, on whatever social media platform, you basically just got to jump over to the Amazon stream. The link is either in my bio or in the description under Coach Mike, Amazon storefront. So let's turn this bad boy on. And we're going to start with I'm going to turn that off. That's actually kind of loud, not going to lie. This is pretty powerful. I'm impressed by this. I like the setup. Ooh, what's this? So let's press this and see what this does. Oh, that's cool. So this is a cool feature too. So you press, it has a button right here. It says press. And when you press it, you can change the angle. So if you want to kind of like hold it in a different position, sweet. So I'm going to get into my pec and my shoulder. That's always been like kind of like a trouble area for me lately, just because of the types of training, getting back into jiu-jitsu and grab. Oh, woo! So similarly, just like when I'm doing my dynamic stretching or foam rolling to warm up, I'll do about 15 to 30 seconds, but I'll keep it moving. I won't really keep it on one area. I'll keep it kind of moving around. And I'll kind of dig into a little bit of the concepts behind that. And then if I were cooling down, I would keep it in one area for 15 to 30 seconds, maybe up to a minute. Usually a minute's the max I'm going to do. Oh. Yeah, and this is only on 1. I gotta be honest with you guys, I'm kind of nervous to go up to 6. But I'm gonna do it for you guys. Oh, that's actually good too. Woo. All right, so we got a nice little live demonstration there. And that's how I like to use it from a time perspective when it comes to the massage gun. And really, this is any massage gun. Now, another interesting component to it that I always like to highlight is leveraging a little bit of like the physiology behind it and understanding. And this is as it's been not only explained to me in the academic settings of like classrooms and textbooks, but also from talking to different doctors and physical therapists. The thing that I'm also looking at to try and leverage when I'm using like foam rollers or the massage guns like this is stimulating the Golgi tendon apparatus. And that's usually, they're going to be predominantly centered at the end and beginning points of a muscle tissue or a joint. So they're basically going to play a role in either relaxing or exciting not only neurological pathways going to the tissue, but also the myelin sheath around the muscle. So our muscles have a sheath around them, and the Golgi tendon apparatus can either stimulate that to tighten or contract and to be prepared for movement, or relax it and release it so that when we're done at the end of our exercise. Now, we don't want to have it relaxed when we're about to go exercise, because that's a great way to potentially get injured. And we don't want to excite them. I mean, you can, but you don't want to excite it when you're trying to go to bed and whatnot, because then you're just tight or your body's prepared for no reason, and that's not going to be very helpful either. So it's knowing how long and when to use these for. So that's something I wanted to add it in there. But overall, I'm really happy with it. So that's that part of it. Let's kind of finish up and bring this home with looking at, now it's got its actual charging port. Oh, this even comes with a backup battery. Nice. I gotta say, good work. So then you just release it by pulling down on it. I'm gonna swap this part out. Bada bing, bada boom. We'll take the cone off. That's the only thing I'll say is, like, it's not a big deal, but like I've seen other massage guns where you can like just pop it off. That's a clutch feature from an efficiency of time. However, it's probably also it's a little bit easier for it to come off. This is going to be very secure. So it has a second battery in here. Nice. I like that. And we got our regular charger, and we can just charge it in. So it's got, you can always have a battery ready to go. That's actually a cool feature. I like that. Instead of having, because I've seen other batteries or other massage guns too, where you could just charge the gun directly in. It doesn't have a battery. The cool thing about this is you can have two batteries, so you never have to worry about it. Even if it does die on you, you just swap the battery out. So thumbs up for the Vibe massage gun. I'll continue to use this and continue to give you guys feedback, but right off the jump, I'm liking it. I'm giving it a thumbs up for sure. And yeah, if you guys have questions, you want me to elaborate on that stuff, let me know. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into the next one. So TikTok fam, I'm going to be back. Hold on one second. So I'm going to pull up now here on Amazon. We're just going to swipe on into the next product I have here. What do we got next? Oh, we got the Urban. Wait, which one am I logged into on? Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's why. All right, so we got the Urban Fit Balance Board. So again, this is another one that I haven't even opened up yet. I want to do it with you guys. So let's break this bad boy down. See what we got here, y'all. And again, so this one's, when I think of mobility, this is something that I think, not only myself, but like I think a lot of, whoop, let me cover that up. So you guys, I don't want you creepers trying to get my address, trying to follow up on me. I see you guys, but not really. Not really. That's the one thing though that like I don't worry about certain things now, just because like from a streaming perspective and a platform perspective. Also, I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that whole thing, but Mind Choice Zone Podcast UK. Actually, I got the whole thing. Thanks for the follow, by the way. Appreciate you. Again, if you guys enjoy this, not only here on TikTok, on whatever social media platform you're following, but especially on Amazon, please feel free to follow. Helps out tremendously. And then you'll also get to see when we're doing, you know, more content. And as a bonus, if you guys want, we're going to do a duck race in about 5 minutes. The winner of the duck race gets an Amazon gift card, absolutely free. So if you want in on that, just comment duck in the chat. I'll happily break that down. So straight out of the box, bam, we got that. And so kind of going back to my point of when I think about mobility, I think a lot of times, and just people in general, I used to, and at least maybe where I used to, like mobility was me like stretching, yoga, Pilates, and that's it. And like it's more so like to be flexible. You know, sometimes you might lose strength, and there's not as big of a benefit. But there's so many aspects to mobility that is beneficial, and there's so many ways to train mobility that it's really like it's such an important piece. That's why I wanted to take this kind of stream just as a theme to break that down. So when we think about it, you can even use resistance training and integrate it for mobility. Hey, what's going on? Oh, I see you, Dana. Dana on the TikTok. What's going on? Dana, we're about to do a duck race. If you want to jump onto the Amazon stream, comment duck, get in on that race. I know you've won like 8 different duck races at this point, so maybe you don't care about the duck race anymore. But cool thing about it is there's so many, again, ways to train mobility. And one of the other things that I kind of put in the category of mobility is kind of a balance integration, which they're not the same by any means, but I kind of put them in a similar category because when you are working mobility, especially like yoga, Pilates, a lot of times balance and proprioception can come up with that. And there's a tremendous benefit and increase it can have on performance if you're an athlete or someone that works with their body for a living, and even if not, just for your overall health, especially as we age. That's something that from working in, fun fact, by the way, for those of you that don't know, I have spent just over 2 years working at an outpatient. I've been in a lot of different like training environments or coaching environments. Okay, hey, what's going on, Dane? I see you on Amazon. Jumping on over. About to get that duck race in. After I break this down on the balance board, we'll do our duck race. What's up, RG? I see you. If you guys are down for a duck race, just let me know. Comment duck. We're going to do it in like 5 minutes. So we'll get that going. So one of the things that one of the facilities I was at was an outpatient facility for geriatric participants. So for like people 55 and above. What's going on, Donica? Thanks for the follow, by the way. I appreciate it. 93 away from 1,000. Oh, snap. What's up? I see you, Dana. And one of the things we learned working in this geriatric facility, especially as a, rehab technician and a corrective exercise specialist and working with the therapists and with the doctors and the medical team, was how important balance is as we age and how we can lose that, as well as how dangerous it can be to fall as we get older because of the impact and the statistics behind that. So if you fall above a certain age, the likelihood of you walking unassisted again, so without a cane, without a device, without a walker, without anything, is extremely low, which is kind of scary and crazy. All right, so let me just hop on over here to the chat. Thanks, Donica. Hey. RG. You and RG. All right, so RG, we got you in. Who else wants to get in on that duck race? So part of me saying all this is as I'm opening up this roller board, this is a cool tool to leverage. So one of those things that, again, I put in that category because, I'm 200 pounds. I'm currently eating Pop-Tarts. What's up, Maddox? Hey, man. That's cool. Do you not want to be 200 pounds and eating Pop-Tarts? Or do you, just want a random fun facts? Because I love some random fun facts. Listen, I'm like 205 right now. And to be honest with you guys, I had chocolate peanut butter cups last night and some mangoes. Listen, you can eat foods you enjoy. But there's also, ways to do it. And there's ways to work that in. But thanks for the fun share. So with that being said, let's kind of break this down. So one of the things I always like to look for when it's a piece of equipment, fitness equipment especially, is does it come with any kind of a guide? And having kind of used Urban Fit products before, I know that it does. So this comes with a workout guide. First, I was going to show you a little quick start, how to get on the board. Because, dude, this can be a little sketchy. This can be a little dangerous if you're not, comfortable with it. So the setup, then going through the different exercises, different workouts, different integrations of it. So it's not just for standing on it. You can do a lot of different core and just conditioning-based movements as well. So with that being said, I'm going to kind of just demonstrate to you guys. Now, I also have the benefit of having a squat rack right here, so I can use that to post my hands on. So we're going to have the kind of cylinder down. We're going to have it over to one side. Now, I'm going to, let's even read it together. So this is exactly how they want you to set up. Set it up with the cylinder on one side. You're going to get on the other side, put your right foot on. You're going to place your left foot on this side. And then so it says place one foot above the stop on the other end of the board, which is on the ground. Place your other foot on the other side. At this point, focus on keeping the roller. All right, so here we go. Place your foot on the other side, step up with the roller, and gently nudge the board up by pushing down on the roller side. So there we go. Yeah, I didn't give it a good enough room, so let's push this over just a little bit more. There we go. And honestly, this is what I recommend. I highly recommend, guys, if you don't have comfort doing this, just get yourself set up to here. This isn't too bad though. This is actually pretty solid and fun thing. So this is definitely something I'm gonna mess around with. Donica, I see you. We got you in for that duck race. So this is just a cool thing I wanted to break down with you guys. This is a lot of fun, honestly. So I've also been meaning to surf and learn to surf, and I know it's not the same thing, but working that balance can be a really cool integration. So this is definitely a fun one. I'm excited to kind of break this down a little bit more. So definitely a thumbs up for me. And part of having good mobility is getting into different positions that and trying to actually make it functional. So even being able to get your hips at a certain distance can be helpful for mobility. And Lyra, thanks for the follow. I might have butchered that. I apologize if I did. Thanks for the follow. All right, let's check the chat here everywhere else, see if I missed anything. All right, so guys, we're gonna get the duck race going now in 1 more minute. If you guys are on TikTok, you're watching any of the other platforms you guys are watching, you wanna get in on it, if you guys just comment duck, I'll pull everything up here. I'm gonna just change the position for that one. And then we'll dig into some of the resistance bands, we'll dig into some of the other stuff. I also have another Urban Fit product I wanna kind of share with you guys. I'll put this one over here. Bada bing, bada boom. We gotta get cleaned up in here, but before we get into that, all that, we gotta get our duck race on. That's what you guys came to see right now, or what you're here to see. So, with that being said, you guys are gonna come up here with me. We're gonna go right here, haha. And then we're gonna get our duck race on. So, let me know, do you guys have any questions on anything so far? Do you like me kind of changing up, talking more about like individual themed aspects to fitness, like going over the mobility side of things versus just like fitness in general? I'm always curious. Like, I'm curious to hear your thoughts around that kind of fun stuff. And then if you guys even want, like, I can even do just streams where I only share products that have like just discounts on them. Some of these have deals right now, you know, so you can take advantage of them, especially with the holiday season. But I'm always curious to give you guys what you want to see. Having said that, I'm gonna just take off the motion trackers. You guys don't want to see this mess on the floor right now. I unpacked. So this is how bad I am. I got back from, Lyra, I see you. Duck, duck, who's there? I like that, that's funny. I got back from a business trip like 2 weeks ago and I still didn't fully like put my like suitcase away and put all the clothes away. I'm bad like that. I literally sometimes will just keep my bags packed. So like even if I'm not going on a trip for like another year, just so I don't have to like pack again. I'm just one of those people. So let's see who else we got in for the duck race. So we got Donica, you're in, Lyra, you're in, RG's in, anyone else in for the duck race? All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna screen share with you guys. So if you guys are watching on TikTok, by the way, and you're like, yo, what's going on with this duck race? I'm doing the duck race here on Amazon live stream. If you guys wanna catch that or on any of the other platforms, you just gotta hop on over to the Amazon stream to get in. Race time. So let's do a little screen share here. Duck, duck, goose. And if you have any questions, let me know here on TikTok or on anywhere else on the TikTok. Oh my God, what am I, 40? Dana, I got you in. All right, so we're gonna do a little display capture. Bam, you guys are gonna see all the stuff I got going on behind the scenes. You can even see I got my restream here. Let's get our duck race on. Bam. Now I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. And let's make sure I have this sized up properly. There we go. Let me know if you guys can see the screen share on Amazon and then everywhere else on like for TikTok. Everywhere else you guys should be able to see as well. TikTok, if you guys want to get on the duck race, hop on over, join in on the fun. And then after this duck race, we're going to get into some more products. And speaking of, let me actually pull up, we're going to have a sponsor for this duck race. Let's pull up our sponsor here. So the sponsor is going to be the Urban Fit Pilates massage ball. So let's see who else we got in. Bam, we got that. So I'm going to kind of go back and forth to make sure I got everybody in. So we got Dana, we got RG, Dana, Donica, RG, Lyra. Who else did I miss? Who else? Donica, Dana. Anyone else? Who else wants in on the duck race? You got any other takers for the duck race? We got Dana, Donica, RG, Lyra. Did I miss anybody? What about you, TikTok peeps? You guys want in on this duck race? You know what? I'm even going to show you guys the screen here. You can see. I'm going to share with you guys what's going down here. Let's flip that camera. Bam! We got our duck race on. So, this is basically the setup. Now, I'm going to give it like maybe 30 more seconds. If you guys want to get in on it, let me know. I'm going to put in the time. See what anyone else wants in. Put this right up here. Anyone else? I'll give it like 30 seconds. 30 more seconds. And then we'll get on into it. All right. In the meantime, we got that. We're going to get set. All right. We got the duck race going down. And again, we got a $1 Amazon gift card on the line. While we're getting set up, I'm actually going to drop a message here in the chat just for anyone that wins, just to kind of break it down. Boom. And then I'm going to share the email and how you can claim your prize if you do win here in the chat. Get that set up. Bam. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, what's up, Purple? Max, you trying to get in on this? Did Maddox say duck? I might have missed it. Again, you guys got to be here for it too. Boom, boom, boom. Doesn't look like Maddox is in on it. All right, so here we go. Duck race going down. All right, so we got our minute set. Let's do the final countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, duck race is off. So again, we got a minute here. Shout your favorite duck on. Let them know what's up. And again, this stream is brought to you guys by the Urban Fit Mini Massage Ball. That's going to be going into next. That one's, again, another one that's great for mobility, but also like proprioception, balance, and a variety of really cool tools and aspects as well. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. We're at the halfway mark. I think either Lara or Dana, you're going to pull it out. Who you guys got? Who you guys got? What do you think? Let's check the chat. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, okay. Okay, who's pulling behind? That means whoever's here. Lara, you might actually pull it out. I think Lara might do it. Lara? Am I saying that right? Sorry if I'm butchering it. Oh, Donica with the pull out. That's been a turbo boost. Congrats, Donica. All right. Congratulations. All right, so I'm going to stop screen sharing here. I'm going to turn that off. Bam. We'll flip this bad boy back around. Flip the camera. Yeah, TikTok. See, you could have been in on that. Could have been in on that fun. Just saying. All right. Uh-oh. Where'd it go? Did I pull it down here? I did. Totally pulled it down here. All right, we're going to close that up. Congrats, Monica. Also, thanks for the follow, Joseph. I appreciate it. Yeah, I see you, Dana. I see you. Dana, I appreciate you jumping back and forth from TikTok to the Amazon stream. Good times. Good times. All right, so, Donica, here's the game plan. All you got to do now is, again, I put my email in the Amazon chat. So you're just going to send an email over to lifeofafighter@gmail.com. Whatever email you send to me or whatever email you use to send me, that's the one I'm going to send the gift card to. So make sure you're using the one that you want the gift card sent to. And with that being said, we're going to dig on into the rest of the fun. Now we're going to look at, again, the mini massager ball. So this one originally, when I was expecting, I wasn't expecting to be that big. I thought it was going to be a smaller one, the size of a tennis ball. But it's actually really cool to see the size on it. And one of the cool aspects of this is it will actually hold up to 600 pounds. So you don't have to be worried about popping it, because that was like immediately the first thing that comes across my mind, which I'm sure like many of you out there, you're like, all right, that's great, but am I going to pop it? Like, what's going to go on there? You don't have to worry about popping it unless like you have like multiple people on it or you're above 600 pounds, which if you are, we got some work to do here. Talk to me, reach out. I'm happy to help you guys if you want to like change that component, because being 600 pounds is not the best thing for your health. What do you think, Ash?
Should you use a creamer?
Yeah, I didn't.
There was some left yesterday.
I'm saying I didn't. I gave it to Jess. I was like, here, Jess, you can finish it. That's on me. What? No, Ash. I'm telling you, I let her use it in her coffee.
I know, but there was some left yesterday after she left.
No, there wasn't. Ashley's lying. There was none left. I just left the container out and then I threw it out, so that's what she's probably thinking. So with that being said, I'm gonna pull up the gift card. Donica, once you get that sent over to me, let me know, and then we'll get the gift card sent over to you live. And with that being said, let's get on into the next product. Uh-oh, did my Wi-Fi just drop? No, okay, cool. Got a little worried there for a second. I'm like, uh-oh, don't you do that to me, Amazon or internet. Or did it? Everything looks like it's loading right now. That's not a good sign. All right, let me know if you guys can actually still see me. Conversation, uh-oh. Let me reload the page. Or did the stream get taken down? Okay, there we go. There we go. All right. Just having some technical issues. We'll see what's up. It looks like, there we go. Chat. Bam, there we go. Stream is lagging a bit. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying. The stream is lagging a bit with that drop. You should be good when it pans out. Got it. There we go. Thanks. Okay. All right, so now we should be good. Bam. And again, Donica, for when you win, let's make sure. I'm just going to drop this message again just to reiterate. Just send me that email. Once you do, we'll get you rocking. So we're going to go over, again, the Urban Fit mini massage ball. All right, beautiful. Thanks, by the way, RG. I appreciate the confirmation. So cool thing here, again, this also came with a nice exercise sheet or an exercise guide. This was like one of the first products I got by Urban Fit. And again, transparently, guys, these products I get sent, just like, again, I always like to be transparent. I get sent these products for free to be able to give an honest review. I don't have to give them a good review. I don't have to give them a bad review. I can just give them whatever honest review I have. So that's why I like to do that. And I won't ever take like deals or products if I have to give them a like good review, 5-star review. Like if it's shit, I'm gonna tell you guys. If it's great, I'm gonna tell you guys. One of the things I always like to see is when an exercise piece of equipment arrives or when I get it, it comes with a fitness guide. Now, transparently, as a strength coach, as a corrective exercise specialist, with like I can go on and on with these different experiences. Point is, as a, you know, I've been doing this for over a decade now, as like a certified professional, over a decade, really over 15 years. But point being, I kind of have a good idea of that, but I still like to see it. And I like to see it because for clients out there that are getting it, I'm going to assume you guys might not be super confident with it. So getting an idea, and also when it's a new piece of equipment like this, something I haven't used quite a bit of. I've used different variations of balls like this. Yeah, that was funny. You know, it's helpful to just kind of get a reference point. So the cool thing about this is we can use it for actually like soft tissue work. So you could like, first thing I was thinking about using it on is on my feet, just to kind of put some pressure. And like I have it right now on my foot. So I'll bring the camera down, I'll kneel. So the camera's gonna come down here with me. And I literally will just put my foot on the ball and just roll it out to just kind of get some pressure on there. Again, this can hold up to 600 pounds. So you can not only do this, but you can even do this holding weight. That's the cool part. It's like I'm 200 pounds. I can stand on this with one leg, and this is going to be solid. Now, balance-wise, that's going to be super kind of sketchy or challenging, which is a fun activity. But what? Yeah, it's kind of cool, right? You want to come hang out?
No,
Look, we got all the stuff going on.
I want you to ask your people who are watching you how to make good coffee.
All right.
And you're right. You were right. Yeah.
I know. I threw it out. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Like I left the container out, and that's what you saw.
Yeah.
And then I threw out the container. So everybody watching, either on TikTok, on all the other social media platforms, on Amazon, Ashley is asking, how do you like to make your coffee? What's your best go-to way to make coffee? You want to know my go-to coffee? You already know what my coffee is.
I know you are.
Let's check on TikTok if you guys got any good ideas. Again, anybody got any good ideas, feel free to let me know. I'll share it along with my wife. We also got the Ninja coffee maker. So what I'm doing right now is, again, I'm putting my foot on the ball. I'm kind of like just rolling it out, giving some just the little like nodules on the ball itself are a nice stimulant. Now the cool thing, here's what's interesting. You can actually, this comes deflated. So you can actually let some of the air out. Like I can pull the pin out that's holding the air in. I can let some of this out and even flatten it. And just the tactile component of it on your feet can actually increase neurological stimulation of the foot and of the lower extremities. And the benefits that you might be asking, what is the fastest way to lose weight? Ooh, that's a good question, Donica. My question to you, why do you want to lose weight fast? So here's a better way, or a way I would pose it to you. Do you want to lose weight fast, or do you want to lose weight that's sustainable? What's more the priority? Because sometimes when you lose weight fast, I'm sure you can relate to this, or I at least can relate to this, many people out there can relate to this. When you lose weight fast, the chances of you sustainably keeping it off can be hard because you're usually making adjustments that aren't long-lasting and realistic in the long term. Now, it's okay to want to lose weight fast and just to feel good and build some momentum. The downside is 9 out of 10 times you're going to gain the weight back plus interest. I know. I hear you. I see the smiley. I mean, the sad face. I know. But what I will say, if you want to lose weight, here's just the most basic fundamental way to do it. This is like kind of oversimplifying it, but here's the basics of it. You have to eat less than you're burning. Very, very fundamentally simple. And what does that mean? So if you count, I'm not a huge fan of counting calories for most people, but if you do count calories, we just look at that. You have to eat less than what your body's burning. So even if you were to lay in bed all day, your body has to burn a certain amount of calories just to live and function, just for your heart to beat, for your lungs to breathe, and all your brain activity, all that kind of fun stuff. Then when you start moving, you start exercising, you're burning a certain amount of calories. You need to eat less than what you're burning to lose weight. So, and that looks different for everybody, right? Like there's different strategies that can be helpful for everyone. So it's a matter of what is the most sustainable for you in the long term to not only be in a calorie deficit until you get to your weight loss goal, but once you get to that weight loss goal, you obviously don't want to always stay in a weight loss, a calorie deficit. You want to bring your calories back up. But where can you keep a kind of neutral state? Because here's what happens. You start eating less than what you're burning, and you want to lose weight really fast. You want to lose like 5-10 pounds a week. Like usually it's 1 to 3 pounds a week is what's like considered average and healthy. If you start doing more than that, it's possible, but sometimes it's not the most sustainable. It's not the healthiest. When you start doing that, it's like you're pulling back on an arrow or a slingshot. You're going to this calorie deficit. You're going to this calorie deficit. It's harder and harder to maintain. And eventually, once you hit your goal, you release the arrow. You relax on that, and then boom, you go into a calorie surplus. You eat way more calories than you used to because you're like, finally your brain can release. And that's where the issue of putting weight back on. I think my metabolism is really slow. Possibly, and that's like another thing you talk about. Like sometimes it's not even a matter of like, and there could be like thyroid issues, things like that going on. And usually your metabolism is related to how much muscle tissue you have, what the like actual demands, the energy demands are putting on your body. And there is like a hereditary and genetic component of it, as well as like with hormonal profiles. There are factors that they're at play. The cool thing is we have control of that. We can change that by doing exercise, by putting on more muscle on your body. You're going to increase your metabolism. The more muscle you have, the more calories your body needs to burn ultimately to stay alive. And that allows you to actually eat more. That's why I like kind of, and listen, very transparently, like as a fighter, I would fight at anywhere from 155 to 175 pounds. I would walk around like 200 pounds and then I'd cut down. Or maybe I would walk around my lightest 185 and 190. And even there, 185 to 175, that's still 10 pounds. I would usually do that like a week. And that was very unhealthy because it was water dropping. And then as I got older and I started getting more into the nutritional side, developing my academic understanding of these things and investing more in my health, I was like, all right, that's not the healthiest. I'm going to try and be like 185, 190, go down to 175 and try and do that without losing fat and then just trying to float around 180. And then I'm only losing like 4 to 5 pounds of water, which for me is like after a workout, that's how much I lose in general. But I'm not even recommending you guys do that. It's just like my 2 cents on it. Anyways, I'm kind of ranting here a little bit. We're going to keep rolling right along. I wanted to just show you guys that. So that's one aspect. Kind of go into it. You can do stretches. Cool thing here, you can even use it for like pinching, like even simple presses like this, or like pinching between your knees. You can kind of pinch, go into squats. You can do floor bridges with this. There's so many really cool movements. You can even bring it down to the floor, and you can put your feet up on it. Oh, I got to turn my motion tracker. That's why it wasn't following me. Here we go. Now let's bring it back down to the ground. So now we can go into a bridge position, and you can actually pinch this between your knees and then drive your hips up, get a little bit more adductor engagement, get a little bit more of your core engagement, glutes can fire up. There's so many cool benefits to it. And like I was talking about before, is you can actually just, again, roll your foot out on this just to get some nice kind of blood flow and neurological stimulation going on there. Excite the neurons or even relax them depending on how you go about it. So with that being said, we're going to dig on into the next one here. We're going to keep it rolling right along. I got about 10 more minutes. I'm not even sure if I'm going to cover everything today. If you guys have questions on TikTok, let me know. If questions anywhere else, let me know. And also, Donica, let me know when you send that email because I want to send you the gift card live here on Amazon. If you don't want to, that's cool. I totally understand. You don't even have to take the gift card. Or you can actually say, hey, instead of the gift card, I'd actually rather you send me access to the nutrition course. You can do that as well. But either way, I want to make sure you get your gift card if you want it. But we have the email. I put it in the chat. Let me know if you need me to resend it. And yeah, we'll keep it rolling right along. Let's get into the next product. So what else we got? What else? So I'm actually on the ball right now. So I'm going to talk about the Urban Fit. This one I already got. Yeah, 100%. So you got the duck race, so you get to win a prize. Not like a fun fact. So I think that's what you're saying really too, but that's not really 100% sure. You mentioned if you do want to lose weight, like instead of getting the Amazon gift card, it's a $1 Amazon gift card, nothing crazy. But the cool thing about it is when you win the duck race at the end of the month, you can enter in our championship duck race series and we have like a bigger prize. This month is going to be a $15 gift card, but you can also opt for just access to our nutrition course. That's over $1,000 that we like. We don't even charge. That's like how much we provide in value. So if you want to get in on that, just again, let me know and email me. And from whatever email you send me from, I'll either send you the gift card or I'll send you access to our 28-day nutrition course that basically goes over a lot of the nutritional side of things and weight loss. Honestly, even if you don't want to lose weight, you want to gain muscle. We've actually used our nutrition course for people to gain muscle, to increase performance. There's so many cool aspects. So anyways, let's talk about our Urban Fit exercise ball. Another cool thing about this is you can use this as almost a swap for a chair. Now, the cool thing I like about swapping it as a chair is the kind of fidgety component. I'm a movement-based person. I need to always be moving. So that's a big plus I like about this physio ball and by Urban Fit. Let me actually just type in some messages here. Yeah, gift card. Access. All right. With that being said, so I'm going to show you guys one of my favorite things to do. Is like my feet are just off the ground, just balancing on the ball. This might look super easy to you guys, but I promise you, if you haven't done it before, it can be a bit of a challenge. And this goes back to even partial mobility, but also even like what the Urban Fit rollerboard is, balance and proprioception, which a component of mobility is, if we really look at it, like let's actually just define mobility really quick. Let's see if I don't have my textbook in front of me, so I'm going to go to a reliable source that I like. Let's see, mobility. I'll pull up either like from National Institute of Health or from like an academic source or something like that. So let's even just look at Merriam-Webster. Let's look at our definition of mobility. So the quality or state of being mobile or movable. Oh, no shit. Okay. Efforts were supposed to, by the cavalry, becomes more cost-effective. Ability to change one's social, that's not what we're looking for. So let's just stick with one, the quality or state of being mobile. So being able to move, basically. So mobility is important for moving our limbs and moving our tissue. So when we think about that, I think sometimes even I will associate that with just like flexibility, how flexible you are. But it goes way beyond that. Like how good can you move? If your core is strong, it's going to help with your mobility. If your muscles are strong, you're going to be able to move your muscles in space. There's sometimes this misrepresentation of if I'm weight training, my muscles are going to get stiff and locked in place. Like when I listen to old books about baseball players or athletes back in like 20s, 30s, and 40s, they didn't want to weight train because they're worried they're going to get stiff and they can't be loose. Or even boxing fighters and athletes, sometimes even in the last 10 years, I've worked with different boxing coaches that have very old school mindset. They don't want their guys weight training because they're like, they're going to get too stiff, or if they're going to be inefficient with their energy, which can come at a cost depending on how you train. But really, if you do the mobility side of it right, there's a tremendous amount of benefits. One of the other things I like here, check this out. Even just working, like being on all fours, doing this from a kind of core and balance perspective, which can help with mobility, like trunk mobility, and then being able to eventually, like this may even look super easy, but guys, I'm telling you, try this at home. You want a killer core exercise? Like I actually do work like this. Like I'll like type on my computer and just like work like this or do different activities. But this is pretty challenging to hold the balance side of it. Then you can like use your knees to pinch. There's a lot of cool components to it. So with that being said, I'm going to keep it rolling right forward, and let's see if we can get into the next one. So I have a few different like puzzle piece mats that I've highlighted. So I wanted to share a couple different options with you guys. I have the Pro Source highlighted right now. I don't have the Pro Source down here. I have them right here behind me. I don't actually use them as much on my floors. I've had them from the past. I like them more in the weight training space because they're a 1/2 inch. At least the ones I've highlighted are a 1/2 inch thick. I like the inch thick ones because then when you're doing like Muay Thai, boxing, grappling, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, you have a little bit more support. It's not going to be as like detrimental to your body and to your joints. Hopefully you're not slamming people on 1-inch mats either, but they're just a little bit more padded. Obviously, it's like twice the thickness. Now, where I would use Pro Source, the 1/2-inch ones is like on the weight training area, but I like to have everything even. So like I only have the inch thick ones here. So I have the Pro Source ones just kind of stocked over here in the pile that I'm just going to save for a rainy day if I ever need them. So I just wanted to highlight that and my perspective on kind of the aspects there. So now going to the balance foam or the balance foam. These are another ones that I have right over here in my weight training area. They're again, I have the 1-inch thick ones. There's some different designs. These I actually got second after the other style of mats I have, which are right over here, but both of them are 1-inch thick. They just don't perfectly interlock together. Some of the sizing of the puzzle on the outside doesn't like interlock perfectly. So that's like one thing I didn't realize, but I should have thought of, like different brands will have different setups or designs for how their mats interlock with one another. So do a little bit of like checking and research to make sure they interlock with one another ahead of time. That's where I made a mistake. Learn from my mistake, y'all. All right, so now we're gonna get into, let's see if I got any other mats before I get into the fun. Because I saved, and I'm just gonna highlight because I'm actually using the OBS foam out. You guys can kind of see it right here. Get back on TikTok. All right, TikTok fam, so I'm gonna wrap up over here. I'm gonna finish up the last few minutes exclusively on Amazon, the other platforms. But if you guys wanna see more of that, if you guys enjoy this, please let me know. Comment, follow me, all that good stuff. Oh, hey, what's up, Jeff? I see you. Thanks for dropping by. Howdy, howdy. I would prefer the nutrition course. I'll send an email later. Thanks again. Yeah, of course, Donica. Send me an email. Just say that. And thanks for the follow, Jeffrey. I appreciate it. Jeffrey Graves, you have a very familiar last name. So I know some Graves people. I'm wondering, either A, Graves Brothers, is that you under a different name? Or Jeffrey, do you have anyone in your family that are twins that live around the Connecticut Northeast area? Random question, I know. But all right, so that's gonna do it here on the TikTok. I keep saying the TikTok like I'm fucking 60, but and now. All right, so we're just wrapping that up. Bada bing, bada boom. Pull that away, and I'll make sure to follow you as well on TikTok. Oh, thanks, Dominic. I appreciate that. Sounds like Graves is a surprisingly common last name. Yeah, I didn't know that, but that makes sense though. Yeah. All right. Just figured I'd ask. Thanks for the follow. Follow Jeffrey and copy that down. All right, awesome. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna dig into the last few pieces. I'm not even gonna have time to really kind of dig into everything else. I'm also gonna highlight the OBS tiny webcam. That's what I'm using right here to stream to you guys from. So I'm gonna actually take my phone mount out. I was using that for TikTok. We're gonna power this bad boy down. We're just gonna kind of like dig into the last few things here. All right, awesome. Hey, what's up, Jimmy? Thanks for dropping by saying, hey, dude. Hey, Jimmy. All right, so while I'm doing this, you know what? This is a cheesy one, but like I always play the cleanup song for my kids. So while we're doing this, while I'm streaming to you guys, I'm gonna kind of go through a couple more things, and we're just gonna do the cleanup kind of dealio, and I wanna highlight these pull-up assist bands. So there's a lot of versatility. I also have the piece set of resistance bands right over here that I'll also kind of dig into. I'll just show you guys, but I'm gonna do two different, you know what, we'll use this for the first one, so I'll actually swipe to here. This is a great 23-piece set. This isn't all the pieces in the 23-piece set. This one's just the anchored bands, but it also has the loop bands you can put around your legs, which are a great option for doing like lateral steps or doing a variety of different movements that I can get into. If you guys want to see more of that, I'm happy to dig into that on another stream. So for now, though, we're going to do some front and side raises. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to basically just get my clicker so I don't have to worry about counting, because I'm horrible with counting. We could probably leave it on the 30. Where is my clicker? Right here. If I'm talking to you guys, I'm going to lose track of my count for sure. And this is, I would say, like, honestly, if you guys are building a home gym, this would be the first piece of equipment I recommend. Whether you're spending, you know, $100 or you're spending $10,000, this would be the first piece of equipment I pretty much recommend to everybody. And the reason being, it's so versatile, and you can like bring it with you when you travel. You can pack it, like I honestly, I was thinking about bringing this on my business trip to Arizona, but I knew because it was like a health and wellness resort I was going to that like they would have all the equipment I needed. But I was thinking about just doing it just almost to like demonstrate how easy it could be to travel with this stuff. But ended up not doing it, clearly. I'm just gonna change my grip. And the cool thing I like about this is this goes up to over 100 pounds of resistance. It goes up to 150 pounds. And then you can always buy like additional bands to increase the resistance. And if you're, you know, starting to find like, hey, I need like 300 pounds of resistance, that's great. Then you can start to level up what you're investing in. You start to get to dumbbells and benches and squat racks and bars and barbells and like, you know, your plates and all that fun stuff. But to me, this is like one of the first things to get, just because of the versatility. And then even if you have like a free motion machine, which I don't even have in my garage, that thing's like probably $5,000 by itself. All right, so we got 25, we did front raises. Now I'm gonna do side raises. So what I'm doing here, give you guys a little bit of the reason why I'm doing this, is right now my goal is to have as lean of a body composition as I can. I'm trying to work my way down to about 15%. I'm kind of floating at like 19% right now, 19 to 20. Depending on how squirrely and crazy I'm getting on the nutrition side of things. But the big priority for me is muscular endurance and performance for jiu-jitsu. Like I'm gonna go to jiu-jitsu tonight. All my training right now is based around maintaining a balance and having a certain amount of lean muscle tissue, but really I just want to perform for jiu-jitsu. Like especially now that I'm retired from fighting, you know, my main goal is to be as healthy as possible and to just enjoy it as much as possible. And for me, jiu-jitsu is what does it. So I highly recommend for you guys finding something you can enjoy to make it an easier process. And Donica, that even goes back to like your question on what's the fastest way to lose weight? Find something you really enjoy doing to move, and then figure out what you really enjoy eating. And like the nutrition course, I think will help you with that. And then leverage those things so you look forward to what you're eating and you're satisfied at the end of the day. All right, so we got 9 and 50. So now we got, that's just kind of one example of these resistance bands. And again, I'm a really big fan of them. Oh, what's up, Diane? Hey, hey. So let me say a little hey. Hey, Diane. Thanks for dropping by saying hey. I always appreciate you guys just dropping by saying hey, not even like worrying about all the questions or things on the project, just saying hey. So now I'm going to highlight the pull-up assist bands. And these are another great versatile piece of equipment. I like using these, again, not only for like pull-up assistance, putting them when I'm using my barbell, but sometimes when I'm doing band pull-aparts, I like using these a little bit more than the regular resistance band set that I have. So I'm going to show you guys a perfect example of how I like to use them. And if you guys have seen my streams before, you might have even seen me do this. So if it's a little repetitive, I apologize. This is going to be like the last thing I touch on. So we're going to go 25. Now what I'm doing here is I'm going with my prone grip. So my palms are facing down. I'm retracting and depressing my shoulder blades. So I'm squeezing them down and back, bringing my shoulders up in front, and not only touching my chest, but I'm going past my chest. And we're going to 25 reps here. Again, we're going for 25 because it's muscular endurance. I'm not going for hypertrophy. I'm not going for power or for strength individually. I'm going for muscular endurance. I want my muscles to be able to perform for long periods of time, because for jiu-jitsu, especially in grappling, especially getting into competition, we're going to have 5-6 minute rounds, maybe 10-minute rounds, depending on the promotion and on the league. And I want my body to be able to last that entire time. And then when we're doing tournaments, usually you don't just have one match. You usually have 3, 5, 6 matches. So you have to do it for 30 minutes, you know, of total exercise time. So I don't want my muscles just to be able to work for like 1 minute and then just be absolutely spent and have no more energy left over. So this is basically what I'm working them for. And then there are also other kind of protocols I'll work into my program to exclusively work on maybe just power or just strength, or really I don't like isolating movements just like that. I like to combine things to be as efficient as possible with my movement. So now what I'm doing is I'm going with our supinated grip, palms up. Again, my shoulders are still retracted and depressed, so down and back. I have like my core is activated here. My glutes are firing, pulling it in. We're gonna go for another 25 reps. This is what we're gonna finish it with. And then after this, I'm basically just gonna clean up the garage, and then I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. Now again, I'm gonna be streaming later this week on some more products on this channel, as well as, hey, what's going on, E-Norma? That's I just saw the full name on there. I like the name. It made me chuckle. Thank you for that. All right, so I went a couple reps over just because I got a little distracted by the funny name. Thank you for that. So now it's pretty much time. We're just going to kind of wrap it up. I'm going to see if there's anything else I'm missing. I'm just going to highlight my Dorilo smartwatch. I'm actually going to read you guys some data here. So let's look at sleep. Last night I got 8 hours of sleep, crushing on that end. Resting heart rate, I was at 42. Normally I like to be at like 38 to 42 is my average like resting heart rate area. So if I go above that, I start to know like maybe I'm overtraining, maybe I need to like dial it back on that. So that's kind of right at the end. Let's look at where my steps are at for today. We're about 3,400 steps, 125 calories burned, just over a mile. And that's one of my favorite components to the smartwatch. And again, this is the one that has a discount. So I do highly recommend taking advantage of it if you can. Because being able to have that data goes a really long way, in my opinion. Being able to have that insight, being able to have that information becomes really valuable to knowing, hey, like, how many calories did I burn today just from walking? How many calories did I burn from exercise in general? That helps. To Donica, your question before, or like what I was alluding to with your question, was if you know how many calories roughly, and again, nothing's going to be perfect. Whoop. I moved too fast. Come on over with me. So that's the only downside sometimes with the OBS kind of cameras. If you move too quickly, you might lose them. If you have multiple people around and you have multiple people talking, that can also be a potential downside. So with that being said, though, that's pretty much all the fun that I got for you guys today. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for the questions. Thank you for the follows. Congratulations to Donica for the duck race win. We're just going to get these boxes away. I'm going to break these down. And that is it, y'all. All right, I will check you guys next time. And cheers, everybody. Oh, let's get that.